stage. Hi, Keel. Hi, Tina.
Hey everyone!
Hey, Myrah, how are you?
I've been missing you so much.
Oh my gosh, we've missed you so much.
I have been thinking about you very much.
Oh, thank you. It's good to hear.
Oh, and this old body of hers, still here. I can use her again.
Yes, yes, definitely. So I am so excited to have you back and to hear, everything that you've been doing. Um, so we do have some questions, but I definitely want to get you to tell us all the things that you've been doing and how everything, how everything works. Like when they pull the children out of the tunnels, where do they go, and how do you guys move them from place to place, and things like that.
Yes, of course. I have been waiting to say all these things. Everything you can know. Our troops have been working very well, very hard. Thorhan hasn't told you everything because he couldn't. I am not going to tell you everything either, because I would be fired. But what I can tell you is that they worked. All right. He asked me to speak slower. What I can tell you, is it all right? He is bossy. Have you seen his hair? Longer.
Yes. What do you think?
This is weird. This is not like him. I have known him once like this. Well, suits him. He wants me to stop. I like to mess with his hair. He hates that. So, our troops have been working very much with your troops under the surface of your planet. And a lot of operations have been going on since a while. A year we have connected with your troops, with your secret military, this military which is in contact with your good people, your good faction of government. And no, those troops linked with ours from the Federation, only humanoids, because you know the conditions under the ground. You need to be fit for it. And our humanoids, Ummids and Taals, Metons as well, were here and still are. The Taals are the more performant because they have the most common genome with your species. Not that they are related, but it is compatible. Well, enough talk about genome. All these operations, and that are still going on, are made to liberate all the prisoners. The prisoners are liberated every day. Some more are taken, but less and less abductions. We are fighting on every front. In your secret services, not the old corrupted ones, but the new ones. Your people are working to cleanse all the web of trafficking. This is your work among your people. Our work is to give you a hand by force. You take the decisions and you conduct your own operations. We just assist when you ask. We are assisting you fighting in the tunnels. This is a very difficult job. A lot of us are dying, and a lot of yours are dying. A lot of the enemy is dying too. We do not like to kill. We do it if we have choice. No choice. Excuse me. No choice. All the communications between underground bases are cut. Most of them. Still, some are linked, but this is soon sorted. What we have liberated is a lot of entities. Human prisoners are all back on Earth. They never left Earth. All the human Terran prisoners we've liberated have been redispatched in centers on Terra to be taken care of and healed.
How did you do that, Myrah? Is it children and adults?
Yes, all ages. Well, there isn't any elderly. I would say in your Terran years, the aged stop around 40 and something, because they want humans for, well, healthy humans for trafficking or experimentation. And all have to be healthy and young and performant. So all ages until 40 and so. All that are belonging to Terra are being taken care of in your Terran centers on Terra.
Okay. And
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Okay.
Nobody must know where they are for
Okay.
security and for their safety, because they can talk. And if they talk, and they are talking, those who still can't talk, they are talking and they are in danger. So they are protected, rehabilitated when possible in the society of Terra.
And who rehabilitates them? Is it you guys who are doing the rehabilitation, or do you have regular humans doing that?
No, it is your people, and your people does it.
Oh, okay.
You take care of your people. We take care of
Hybrids.
Okay. What is not your people?
Okay.
The hybrids are evacuated, all towards the science outpost on orbit.
Okay.
This I can tell, because now it is safe.
So when they get to the science station, what happens there, and who helps you at the science station?
They arrive with our military ship. They arrive and they are dispatched in different facilities, medical facilities within the orbital station. It depends on their genome. We have different posts where we have equipment regarding to the different races hybridized with them. They're all hybridized with greys, but different types of greys. And it is different technologies used to rebalance them to, I would say, livable state when they can survive and stabilize their system. So we have four different posts where they go and they are dispatched and we take care of them. Taking care of them it is really, believe me, it has been like a factory. It has been a relentless work. It was very tiring. I know this wave has been dispatched towards other systems, but now it is not over. We're still waiting for another wave of liberation.
Okay.
When they arrive, first, they are put into stasis, a different stasis that is regenerative. All their trackers are removed. And then systems are purged from what we call the goo. It is a word that best describes what they are filled with. It is a life support system that the Greys use that erases consciousness. It just maintains you alive, but you all shut down. This must be evacuated from their system. And
So, so
yes,
Myrah, when this goo, are you saying then that they're in pods with goo
yes,
underneath, underground?
yes,
Oh, so
yes,
they're not like in cages, like metal cages then.
that's your people.
Oh, okay. So the regular humans are in cages, and
Yes,
then the hybrids are in this goo vats, these vats of,
the human
you
destined
know.
to slave traffics are in cages. The humans destined to genetic experiments are in pods or in the waiting in cages, but you know they are in pods because they go and take the subjects they want from the cages. So the genetic experiment facilities are always composed with pods
Okay.
and different liquids, different what we call goo, regarding to the system, the genome.
Okay.
So this needs to be evacuated from the system and replaced by a life support gel. And when it gets better, the life support gel is cleansed and they can breathe because this life support gel is slowly injected with molecules of air that they can breathe. And when they are ready, we evacuate the gel from their system and activate the lungs and the breathing system. This is quite painful for them, but this is very quick. Then the more difficult work begins because they've regained a consciousness that was maintained in a dormant state, locked down, and now their consciousness is alive. They are aware and they panic. The only thing they were able to see for those who had the ability to see were greys. And so they see humans for the first time. And they panic, all of them.
Oh.
They don't know what's happening to them. So as soon as they wake up, we put them under mind filling device. This is going to fill their mind with waves that are going to calm them down, relax them. And through these waves, we pass on data and information. And this data and information is going to teach them how to speak language. Language takes a few days, it depends on the subject, to be learned for the first time. They need to activate their vocal cords. They hear and they see, they smell. It is very traumatic for them. And this is a very difficult work for us.
And when you say language, what language are you teaching them?
We are teaching them the language used commonly by the whole Federation, which is the diplomatic language, which is Taimi.
Ah, okay.
They are ready after a while. It depends on the subject, of course, because the hybridization are in different stage. Some, it is very difficult. Some of them are in a level of genetic alteration that is not allowing them to go back to a normal life as we conceive it. So these ones will be kept in pods. And I do not know what is decided with these ones. If they are not able to leave, will end up their life. Sometimes it is better.
Yeah, I understand that.
Once they're able to talk, to breathe, and be quiet, be calm, of course we drug them because the trauma is easier to deal with. Then we teach them how to walk. We inject substances in their muscles and sound technology that is activating their muscles. Then they start to walk. It is a long process. Then they start to eat. Some of them don't need to eat. They are more gray, as you say, technology than human. We provide for the needs of each of them. Each of them is different, and we need to really study them to see what they need, what their system is able to absorb, what their system needs to live. Consciousness is activated, body functions are activated, they start to walk. Many workers are humanoids on the science station. So this is a problem because they are scared of us. We need to put them in trust. They go naturally towards the Myrahs and the Garoth because they look like them. But you know, this is difficult.
So have you reached out to those races to see if they can come help?
Yes, we have many other races, scientists from different populations who come and help.
Right, but I'm talking about like the Myrahs, the ones that they feel comfortable with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Myrahs and Agaroth. Agaroth are great with children.
Yes.
Really great with them. So we have Agaroth scientists because you need to be qualified. Not everyone can come at their contact. It could spoil all the efforts. When children are ready to socialize and are not afraid of humanoids anymore, we insert them in some sections of the station where there is life. They eat with us, they play with our children, and they start to socialize. Once socialization stage is validated, they're ready to go. There are adults as well. The adults have more difficulty to socialize because they've been in the pods so long. They've grown up all their life in pods. Muscular activation is more difficult. So now all the children have gone. Some adult hybrids are left still to be taken care of. But I'm done for the moment. I've been accompanying the last colony of children to Silos. So now I am tired and I've been granted rest with my husband and my children.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. And I know you adopted one of them. So
Yes.
tell me how she's adjusting. What have you noticed? You know, what have you learned from her?
She's amazing. She's a wonderful child. I named her Gaia.
Aww.
Because she was born on Terra, and I know a lot of Terrans like to call this planet Gaia because Gaia for the Terrans is the name of the soul or the consciousness of Terra.
Yes.
I like it. It is an ancient goddess of your folklore. Gaia is my child. Now I have adopted her because I wanted to learn from her. And she is teaching me a lot. These hybrids, you need to know this, they are an upgrade of human and of greys. They have worked at upgrading and created a super race that they are using for different despicable purposes. But those we've saved are extremely talented and evolved beings. Gaia doesn't speak, or very few. She could speak, but she rather communicate by mind talk. She is, I love her. She's an amazing child. She would scare you maybe if you see her, but I find her beautiful. She plays a lot with my sons, and my husband likes her as well. That's what I can tell you about her. She is talented for arts, pictorial arts. She speaks through pictorial art. We give her art material and she composes shapes and lights and colors through which she communicates from her soul. It's thought art. She is very skilled. We are actually studying her because she stayed here and she is willing to help us understand. But she wants as well to understand who she is.
Right.
So we are helping her as well. By understanding her, she understands who she is. She's very kind, very gentle. She's never known hate, intolerance, discrimination. She's never known that. So she is a very peaceful child. Her heart is filled with light and love and consciousness. She is very conscious. I know she can communicate with beings on higher planes. She can see what is happening on the other side of the universe. She has the sight. She's fantastic. And they're all, not all like her, but a lot of them are like her. This is Gaia.
Wow, beautiful. So yeah, that's great that they are talented. And do you think that the other hybrids will end up like her, you know, as good as she is, or do you think it's really going to be based on an individual basis?
It's individual basis, where you have constants. We have determined 3 threads, 3 constants. Hybrids, children like her, extremely talented and evolved beings. And those as well who don't have all these talents, but who are able to be inserted normally in a society. And the third constant is those who have difficulties, who have alteration and do not communicate, do not behave in a reasonable way in a society. They are not able to be reinserted. These ones really cause problem. We've been evacuating them as well towards other facilities who will treat them. Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. So the ones that are in on Earth right now, the ones that were saved from Earth, that are human, were these people like they actually grew up in on Earth, like under in the caves, like they've never seen the sun, they've never
Not all.
Not all? Okay.
Some of them. Some of them.
So some of them are abducted, and then
Yes.
some of them grew up there, in
Yes.
other words. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. And so do you feel like the humans that are being helped that were in the cages, do you think that they're going to end up in the same 3 buckets as the hybrids were?
No.
Okay.
None of them have special abilities. There are people like the average Terran.
Mm-hmm.
I would say 2 categories. The one who can be reinserted in a normal life, well, never normal, reinserted in life, and those who won't, for different reasons. Psychological damage and or physical damage.
So did you guys provide them with technology
Yes.
to heal their mind, like to mind erase and then place fake memories or something?
We do not give the erasing memory devices because your people would use it for a bad way. We are not allowed to give this technology, but we are giving healing devices. Healing devices with waves and sound. We have given them, your medical teams, these devices.
Okay.
We do not give technologies that can be used for destructive purposes. We're not
Right. Exactly. Exactly.